Hello, humans. I am Scott Cannon coming to you live on WLTH 1370 AM from the greatest city in all the world. Gary, Indiana. And this is the Counterpoint. Well, folks, I hope you're just like me and hunkered down somewhere safe and warm to deal with the historic chill that we're experiencing right now. But don't fret, it's supposed to warm up over the weekend, just in time for the biggest holiday of the year. No, I'm not talking about Christmas. Thank God. You all already know how I feel about that one. I'm talking about Super Bowl Sunday. And most years, the biggest story of Super Bowl week is who's playing in the game. But this year, an even bigger story who's not playing in the game. Namely, former quarterback, free agent Colin Kaepernick, who by most accounts has been blackballed from the league over his decision to sit and then kneel and protest the police brutality and racial injustice in the legal system of the United States. Even though the league has tried its best to quiet the constant talk of blackballing and collusion against the quarterback, the animus against the league has persisted nonetheless. For months, the NFL was incapable of finding any black entertainers who wanted to perform in the Super Bowl halftime show, which is the single most watched platform in America, regularly drawing 120 million people. Cardi B, who overtly supported Colin Kaepernick at the 2017 MTV Video Music Awards, turned down the slot. Jay-Z, whose wife famously performed a Black Lives Matter infused spectacle a few years ago, rapped on his song with the title too explicit to be repeated here that he told the NFL no as well. Rihanna, who's not particularly known for being overly political in any way, also turned down a spot in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick. Even white artists like Adele and Pink turned down the opportunity to perform on the year's biggest stage in solidarity with the QB and the movement he's inspired. Now finally they settled for mediocre pop rockers Maroon 5, whose career I am surprised has lasted this long, but even they are feeling the brunt of the Kaepernick situation. Today is the Wednesday before the Super Bowl, historically the day that the artist headlining the Super Bowl halftime show stages a giant press conference to promote the event. But for the first time in modern history, the band will not field questions from the press. Instead, choosing to have a digital and social media rollout, which will allow the band to avoid the harsh criticisms that they've taken even from other entertainers, like comedian Amy Schumer, who begged the band to reconsider performing. But they're not alone in facing harsh criticism for performing, as rapper and Kardashian baby daddy Travis Scott has taken immense scorn for his decision to perform, leading many to label him a sellout. Even worse, Scott claimed that he got Kaepernick's permission to perform on the show, but the QB's girlfriend, radio personality Nessa, rejected those claims, making the scrutiny of the MC even worse. Scott will be joined by a big boy of the legendary rap group Outkast, who has smartly mostly kept his mouth shut about this, and I'm guessing is hoping that no one will notice him performing in front of 100 million people. The now controversial Star-Spangled Banner will be belted out by the incomparable Gladys Knight, who in one of the more tone-deaf comments I've heard in a while, claimed that she was singing the national anthem because it's a song about bringing all of us Americans together. Somebody probably should clue her in on what's been going on in the past few years here. Ultimately, the Super Bowl will go on as usual. There will be winners, there will be losers, fans will cheer, and fans will boo. But what we are witnessing in live time is the beginning of the end of Super Bowl Sunday as one of the uniting events in American popular culture. There are many people like myself out there who have not watched an NFL game in 2 or 3 years. And I can honestly say that I will not be watching this game either. I may follow what's going on Twitter or flip past it through the channels, but the days of me and many others arranging our entire Sunday around NFL football has come to an end. My beloved Chicago Bears had the best defense in football this year, and were a serious contender for the first time in years. I may have watched a combined 30 minutes of their games this entire year, and most of that was highlights on Twitter or on First Take with Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith. It was the same way last year as well, and I anticipate it will be the same way next year. And in that, I know I am not alone. Okay, folks, you can chop it up with me on Twitter at The Chemist Lives. The Chemist is spelled with the K, as I am a product of the Gary Community School System. We can talk about politics, music, sports. You can tell me how terrible I am at this job. Or you can listen to me every Monday from 6 to 8 on Issues and Answers with Jonathan Boose. I am Scott Cannon, and that was the Counterpoint on WLTH 1370 AM from the greatest city in all the world. God bless the working class. God bless organized labor. Death to the corporate state, and I'm out.